Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Peace and blessings
Down the Mongo.
to the Most High. We got a lot to cover, and I am here to give you all that I can in regards to this particular situation. Shout outs to my writers, my poets, my content creators. You know who you are. Much love. Humbly appreciate you for all that you do. Shout out to Sydney for pulling up earlier. If you didn't check out that live stream this morning, check it out. Probably one of the better breakdowns that you can get as far as what happened with Kimmel. The video that I'm going to play, I'm muting it. I'm not playing the music. I do not want, and I repeat, I do not want copyright strikes. I already got in trouble once. I'm not doing that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to play the video. It got everybody talking. The comment section alone on that video, which is probably just one of dozens. The comments alone say a lot about the split between men and women, about what we like, don't like, how far we've come, how far we've been set back, and how brainwashed we are, how much we idolize and worship people that we shouldn't. Now, what I did is I made a video on TikTok. That probably would have been the thing. Matter of fact, you know what? Never mind. Put it this way: I made a video on TikTok. It was pretty much me expressing how I felt towards the reactions and the actual factors within the story itself, I made it short and concise. I haven't even read any of the comments. I haven't opened them up. I already know it's going to be a bunch of people saying I'm hating, I'm jealous, I'm this, I'm that. I already know how that works. You're bitter, you're angry, you're associating your own personal feelings with some shit that shouldn't have nothing to do with you. Oh, you don't have no right to speak on this. You need to mind your business. You only got X amount of this. You only got X amount of this. Who are you to tell someone who's rich what to do with their self? How do you tell somebody who got all this fame and fortune, shut up? This conversation is going to be specifically for you. I know how this works. I understand social media. I understand the politics. I know that y'all follow a specific beat. Y'all have like this fake imaginary sisterhood. I understand it. But guess what? That shit don't work over here. Not on this side. You're going to be held accountable for your ignorance. You're going to be held accountable for every fucking irresponsible word and phrase that you express on social media. The shit is terrible. Your mindset is terrible. The things that y'all celebrate, I can't wrap my mind around it. I don't know why anybody with a rational brain would think anything about that is edifying or worth consuming at all. So I'm gonna give you some reality. All right. You don't want to hear it, but you're gonna hear it. You need to hear it. You see that on the screen right there? That is Chris Brown performing at a concert. And the young lady that is pretty much in position on whatever that prop is for the performance is none other than Kayla Nichole. Kayla Nichole is a black woman who dated Mr. Kelsey. The relationship didn't work out, and everybody is upset at the fact that he left this particular complexion for another one in the name of, yeah, you guess it, Taylor Swift. He left for a black woman for a white woman. Black women are offended because he left a black woman for a white woman, because the white woman doesn't have the same body. She doesn't have the same shape. She's not built the same way. She doesn't have the same attitude or the same bravado or the same demeanor or whatever the fuck ignorant as attribute you want to attach to these specific women. Taylor Swift to them is not it. And I understand there's more to this. You're not really upset with the fact that he left her for Taylor Swift. You're upset because the money that Travis Kelce has left black women. We're gonna talk about that though. Yeah, we gotta remove some layers. Like we gotta get to the uncomfortable truths. Your attitude and your ego won't allow you to hear anybody else talk about stuff like this in the way that needs to be. So you're online attacking anybody who says something against you. But the truth is, if we don't speak up about it, your behaviors won't change, your patterns won't change. This has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with preference. A little of it has something to do with preference. A lot of this shit has to do with, there's two parties here, a man and a woman. You're allowed to have what you want out of this relationship. You're allowed to disqualify or qualify a person for what they can present to you. Men, I'm sorry to break this news to you, ladies. Men have the right to do the exact same thing. Okay? Can we agree with that? Or is that foreign to you too? Men want to be loved too. Men want to be at the top of the totem pole in the eye of their women. If you're going to be a wife, if you're going to walk down that aisle, if you want that ring, guess what? There are things that you're required to bring internally, not just outwardly. Stop thinking that your private areas are the keys to the kingdom. Every single woman on this planet has the exact same body parts. That does not separate you. You know how there's hierarchies with men? There's hierarchies with women as well. Hierarchies, meaning there's folks that go above and beyond to obtain the certain levels of success that they acquire throughout life because they excel at a specific position more or less than the other person. They bring more. That does not diminish anybody that is slightly beneath this person. It doesn't mean that that person is less than. It just means that everybody has a role that they play. If you want better, if you want to excel, you have to put in the work. I'm not talking about sleeping with the boss. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about nepotism. I'm talking about legitimately getting your hands dirty, doing the internal excavations, remolding, reshaping, removing, replenishing, reformatting, restructuring the way that you view the world, the way that you view your biology, the way that you view spirituality, the way that you view politics, the way that you view men and women and the culture and the system itself that is built around us. You have to walk a certain line. You cannot be here, there, and expect that you can navigate life in the same ways as someone who walks with their true calling and purpose. Travis Kelce is dealing with Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift in so many words, operates from a space where it benefits her and him. Now, if you want to say it's staged, it's plugged, it's set up for them to be a part of some conspiracy leveled occupation, that's your opinion. We've already spoken about that. What I'm talking about is these women that are in the comment sections talking about, yes, girl, Taylor Swift who? Taylor Swift who? Kelsey who? All underneath these videos, like this one specifically. What did he? Travis Kelsey gave up that. He you know what? Let me go ahead and play this real quick. I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna continue on with this. For those of you who don't know what all the fuss is about, it's deeper than just being argumentative. This ain't got nothing to do with being angry or bitter. I ain't gotta be your cup of tea. I don't have to make $1 million to have my own opinion or my own view on this. But I'm going to share it anyway. This is the video that got people all over the place. I'm going to have to touch on a couple of things. Let's play this real quick, though, shall we? Now, like I said, copyright reasons, I'm not playing the music, but look, he's doing what he does. There's nothing new here. This is what you get when you go to a Chris Brown concert. Okay. Talented brother. Not knocking it. All right, here you go. There, that's where it gets interesting. That's a right. Okay. Uh-huh. Y'all like that, right? That's sexy, huh? You proud of that? Right. Gotcha. The whole internet, everybody. Oh, you understood the assignment, girl. You understood the assignment. If I was you, I would have did the same thing. I would have kissed him as soon as the lights went off. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. You understood what you were supposed to do. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Mm-hmm. Travis who? Taylor Swift who? You gave up this woman for that woman? Can we, the congregation, just be blunt here? Let me revert back to my 23, 24-year-old self and translate what this is about. Taylor Swift has no ass.
What?
She has no butt. She has no titties.
What?
She's up and down. She's bony. And guess what? I just got a comment on that video that I made. I'm jealous. You can't make this shit up. Men do not have to be jealous to be honest about what they see. Every guy out here on planet Earth is not easily susceptible to pussy. Just because you're pretty you have nice legs, and you have a fairly decent height on you. Your hip to waist ratio is phenomenal. Your lips are phenomenal. Your arch, your eyebrows, your tress, all of that stuff sits pretty well on your frame. Just because you have that, does that make you by definition or by default the end all be all? That does not make you a wife. That doesn't mean that you're qualified for a $200,000 man a year. That doesn't mean that you are qualified for a husband. It doesn't mean that the world stops at your feet and then spreads the sea open so that you can walk across unharmed. You're mad because you're living vicariously through women who are in positions to enact or act out your carnal desires and fantasies. Let's just keep it all the way 100. This is you. See, you look at Travis Kelce. A lot of you don't know who he is, but you know he's rich, right? So you want his money. I don't give a fuck about him. The reason why you like Kayla being with him was because of his money and because of his position in the NFL. If he was a nobody, y'all would dog him out. He wouldn't be recognizable. You wouldn't give a shit about that brother. But because he's a white guy that got money, you're thinking, oh, I need me a white guy so that I can run all over him. Give him this black pussy and he's going to be all in and he's just going to be at my... That's how y'all really feel about that. Kayla Nichole has gone on a number of shows and she has expressed exactly how she feels about the relationship aspect. She is not a 50-50 woman. Okay, you don't have to be. If I find you attractive, we click and we operating on the same cylinder. We going off of traditional roles. I got you covered. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But if you tell me that you are operating from this modernized feministic bullshit, and you expect me to pretty much take care of you, and I really don't get too much of nothing out of this other than your attitude and you picking and choosing when you want to give me what I am deserving of as your partner. Nah, we're not doing that. These ladies under these comments and undermines, you know, the ones that's talking about, oh, you're just jealous. You broke ass nigga. You broke ass nigga. You ain't got shit. Fuck you, nigga. You bitches, y'all just pressed. Y'all lonely. You're bored. You scroll up and down social media all day looking for people to fight and argue with. You stupid as fuck. Y'all be up here defending people that don't know you. You know how dumb you look, how dumb you sound, you know how trifling you are, you know how disrespectful that bullshit that she did on that stage is. Do you know how that shit looks overall to the other side of the country? Do you know how that shit looked like to your ancestors? Now, mind you, I didn't even say this part. Kayla Nichole, she knew the assignment when she got up there. She already knew. Assume the fucking position. Assume the position. Spread your legs. She had on the right outfit. Everything. She wanted to feel all dick. Yo.
Tell me you did not just say that.
She wanted to feel all dick. She put on the shortest shit that she could wear. Got up there on that motherfucking stage. Spread them joints. I mean, like you can tell she know a little something. She know how to do something with that body. I'm not mad at it. Like, my nigga, for a good time, for something like temporary, yeah. I can see you ain't too lazy, because if you can get them things up there like that without hesitation, I already know. But here, the shit that's funny to me, it's how Black women specifically, they will look at that concert, they will look at this video, and they will cheer and praise her. Oh, you're oh girl, I would have been so wet. I would have had a hard time sleeping. I would have had nightmares. Just, oh my God. Donald Trump and Congress and all of these crack ass motherfuckers that be putting these laws together, and they look at this shit and they like, man, yeah, they dumb as fuck. They dumb as fuck. The street niggas that be around the corner and in front of the gas station and shit like that, they looking at this shit like, yeah, I definitely crack. She ain't nothing. She ain't nobody but what we typically see out here on the street. But she's the same woman that be up on these cameras talking about she's not a 50-50 this. She's not a 50-50 that. What the fuck do you offer? What do you offer to a man who is making millions a year? What do you offer to a guy who is disciplined? What do you do for a guy who has everything that he needs without you? He can pay for pussy. He can pay for a maid. He can pay for his cooking. He can fly himself. He doesn't necessarily need you for shit. He don't. What do you do that separates you from everyone else? You talking about you don't do 50-50. Hey. From looking at this clip, all it takes is the right person. All it takes is the right person to get a motherfucker to do anything. All that bullshit you said on them interviews, I don't want to hear that. When a female likes and actually adores and worships a nigga, She is sucking dick. She's eating ass. She's doing all that shit. You ain't gotta like the messenger, but the truth is the truth. Niggas is nasty. Niggas is trifling out here, especially women. Y'all just act like y'all innocent and act like y'all don't do nothing. Y'all get on my fucking nerves with that shit. I bet a lot of y'all got toys and dildos and shit right next to you right now as we speak. You ready. You ready. All you need to do is click on that video one good time, and you're going to have a good old night. Go, yeah, yeah, you're gonna have a special time. You're gonna take a couple of rounds with that motherfucker, ain't you? Them batteries, you better charge them bitches up, because you ain't getting nowhere near Chris Brown. Y'all living through Kayla and Nichole. You want to be in her spot. That's why y'all dumbasses be spending $1,200, $1,500 for pictures. When people want something and when they really want it, oh yeah, they'll make provisions. Y'all ain't even embarrassed. Y'all not even humiliated. You don't feel no type of nothing about it though. Your mom and your family is in the fucking concert. You and like Arcana, you just said y'all basically dry humping on stage. You doing all that freaky nasty shit in front of your moms, my nigga. Am I the only one to see something wrong with that? See, I have no problem with you going to a concert to have a good time. When you go out, you're supposed to have a good time. When you decide to engage in outdoor activities in general, you're supposed to have a good time. But where do we draw the line? When do we draw the line with what is being decent and having some level of self-respect and decorum? As Black women, you want to be taken serious so fucking bad. You don't like being stereotyped. You don't want nobody to talk bad about y'all. You want everybody to defend you. You want everybody to have your back. Right. But when it comes to hearing the truth, when it comes to being called out for things that's real, you speak no English. No English. Y'all not ashamed of that? Oh, I guess it's because it's Chris Brown. Go ahead. I bet y'all would have been okay if she literally took everything off up there and fucked him on stage. I bet y'all wouldn't have had a problem with that. I guarantee you, most of y'all would subscribe to the Patreon. Guaranteed. You would subscribe to the Patreon. You would want to see all the exclusives. Am I lying? Hey, I ain't gonna see. I don't know none of you personally. Tell me I'm lying. You would literally watch Chris Brown fuck that woman because it's Chris Brown, and because a lot of y'all are secretly gay. But to you, it really don't make a difference if he did time in prison or not. Y'all don't give a shit about that. Y'all fuck prisoners. Y'all fuck prisoners, married them, all type of shit. Y'all don't really. A few months ago, I did a whole stream on women who are dating prisoners. Women talking about the prisoners are more manly than the men that's free on the street. Tell me I'm lying. Go fact check. y'all some of the biggest hypocrites. And the reason why I made that video was because I already knew who was going to answer. I knew exactly who was going to respond. Everybody who was guilty of doing the things that that woman did up there, those are the ones that answers. Isn't that the innocent people who walk with dignity and pride and self-esteem? They don't have the same responses. When have you ever seen somebody like that get triggered? It's always the ones that do the dirty shit. They just low, like, if you want to find out the character of a person, expose the character of a person. Kayla Nichole, she has things about her that drove Travis Kelce into the arms of Taylor Swift. Flat out. Y'all can make all the excuses in the world you want. You can say he couldn't handle her and all that bullshit. Right. Is that what you really think? Or is that what you know? Chris Brown has proven that most of these women don't have a moral compass. I fear for a lot of brothers out there, man, that's given their heart and soul to a lot of women, because the person doesn't even have to be Chris Brown. All it has to be is a guy who presents a bigger and better deal. And it doesn't necessarily mean money. A nigga just probably has other attributes that she's more attracted to. There's no loyalty anymore. None. Everybody's out for themselves. Greedy. Prideful. I'm sitting here trying to tell you something real. Ain't no hard working, straightforward brother who's trying his best to do right in life looking at a fucking woman and thinking to themselves, oh, she is spreading her legs for everybody to see in the world in front of her family, and she's doing it for a guy that she doesn't even really know, other than the fact that he has a special name. Let me wife her up. You know, as I'm speaking, I'm getting comments on the very video that I told these black women that no men want to marry women that move and operate like that. I'm like, dude, did you ever think she wanted a ring? Why would you think that's the ultimate payoff? I'm literally just like, I'm just reading the comments. They're popping up on my screen. Like, these are all, I'm not answering none of you. Okay? I'm not answering how's that working out. I'm not answering none of you. That shit is hilarious. Matter of fact, that shit is funny as shit. If the shit ain't got nothing to do with y'all, why are you so bothered? Why are you so triggered? You think Rosa Parks would be proud of that? Do you think Maya Angelou would be proud of that? Oh, well, this ain't then. This ain't that time. We in a whole different time. This is a whole different generation. You need to get with the program. Kayla Nichole wants marriage. I don't know if any of you on TikTok are watching me over here. Kayla Nichole wants to be a wife. Don't fucking sit up here and cape for her. She absolutely wants to get married. She doesn't deserve it though. She's not ready for it. Her actions and her attitude and her view of men and her view of herself is so like up and down. You can't trust nobody like that. Chris Brown got her to pretty much have sex on stage. And he didn't have to pay a fucking dime. Let that one sink in. You think he paid for that?
Cut it out.
Most men, they got to go through a million channels to prove themselves to be valuable. Most men got to work 3, 4, 5 jobs and have 5, 6, 7 cars. Women who, this is how I'm looking at this shit. This is at the point to where I'm thinking they like, man, shit, if I'm going to give up some pussy, man, you're going to have to come with some shit. You're just going to have to come with some shit. Unless you are that nigga that I want to fuck. Unless you're that nigga I want to fuck, you're going to have to come with some stuff. You ain't getting it easy. Modern prostitution, folks. Modern prostitution. Why are you lying? As a black woman, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. You do know that children, teenagers of your background watch. They watch how you move. They watch how you talk. These little girls that's supposed to grow up and take the baton from you, they're watching you act the complete ass out of yourself. You more worried about me and brothers who are telling you this is not what men want. Oh, we don't give a fuck about what men want. We don't care. We make our own money. We're free, we're independent, we blah 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 blah.
I ain't fucking with this shit no more. Where's my fucking coat?
Right. You've been burnt. You've had multiple penises inside of you, and they have damaged you throughout the test of time. You were in the street. You had fun. You had the easy access. You didn't have to go through all the chains of commands to get to the guys that you wanted. And they gave you equal to what you put out there into the universe, which was absolute scraps, and your self-worth wasn't enough. Your hypocrisy is your biggest enemy. I'm like, let's just be honest. I'm trying to tell you something. Your hypocrisy is your biggest enemy. You're upset and you feel some type of way about what I said, but you're just exposing your true nature. You're telling on yourself without having to tell on yourself. You do it all the time. Kayla Nichole will be submissive to whoever has the biggest bag. Women like her will always submit to the guy who has the biggest bag. Chris Brown. Chris Brown is Chris Brown. Most of y'all will sacrifice your entire life for him. And people like Usher. You're not pulling the wool over nobody's eyes. You can't say defend black women and then present yourself as a streetwalker. You can't talk about being a strong black queen and all this and all that. Queens, last time I checked, queens, they didn't hang out in the street with the merchants dressed like prostitutes. Last time I checked, queens lived in a castle, in a palace, in a building, a structure with a king next to them, where everybody else underneath them fell into a hierarchy. Last time I checked, queens didn't dress like they were 304s spreading their legs open for whoever had the bigger price tag. Last time I checked, queens didn't wear fake hair. I don't remember in time at any given moment in history queens wearing fake shit. Their jewelry was pure. It was not this crap that y'all call flexing. Y'all all on social media talking about this is a level up. What she's doing was cute. It was endearing. That shit motivates you to what? Spend $1,500, $2,000 to go to an hour and a half concert to hopefully get next to a guy and rub your ass up against them, hoping that out of all the women that's there trying to do the exact same thing, he's going to pick you over them. Yeah, that sounds like a exceptional career.
The fool? Why I gotta be the fool?
It's not a good look. And maybe not all of you want to get married. Maybe that's just not in your future. That's cool. Embrace it. Be exactly what you say you are. Don't pretend to be this, but you're really that. Don't do that. A man can leave a woman he's not happy with. They most likely won't unless it's really to the point where, like, he knows you don't give a shit. You're not trying enough. You probably never will. So, fuck it. Y'all ego. Y'all gonna have to chill, or we're just gonna need more humble pie. Like Chris Brown probably smashed her and everything. Y'all don't even care. As far as you're concerned, oh, she got to have sex with Chris Brown. She gets extra life points for it. Y'all thinking like dudes. You think that shit is an accomplishment because instinctively you feel like you're a guy and you can do what the guys do. So if a guy has to work his ass off to get sex, that's more respected versus a woman who doesn't have to do shit but open her legs and be attractive to get it, or just have something that is presentable enough for it. That will never equate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not men. You're women. Men and women are trifling. They're dirty. They're like, I don't even condone sleeping around with multiple people unless you're man and woman enough to tell the person that you're dealing with that you're dealing with other people. You give people the freedom to decide if they want to be a part of that type of shit. I don't respect the sneaky shit though. Y'all want to be taken more serious? Get your head out your ass. The world does not revolve around you. We're supposed to cohabitate here. We're supposed to work together here. This isn't what they want you to think it is. I'm sorry, man. It's not. Y'all mad as fuck. I guarantee you by the time I look at these comments tomorrow, Lord willing, that shit gonna be over 100. It'll probably be like 200 comments. Guess what? Argue with yourself. Argue amongst each other. I'm not about to sit here and argue with y'all. Y'all old as fuck. Y'all 30, 40 years old, arguing over Chris Brown and Kayla Nichole. I'm not here to attack Kayla Nichole. I'm here to address what she represents. What she represents is what's keeping people from being serious. What she represents is what's keeping men from wanting to take any of y'all serious. We love black women. I love black women. Love y'all to death. Y'all attitudes is horrible as shit. Y'all not humble at all. You get offended by everything. How do I know this? How is this a lie? What am I lying about? I see the comments. I read at least 3 of them. All of you are mad and angry. And you're not the one that I'm addressing. I'm not even talking about you, but clearly I must be because you're the ones that's speaking up. Do you know that I did a video? I dropped one last week. Black woman allows her daughter to become a prostitute. She allowed her daughter to end up doing the same shit that she does. And guess what she said? I was either going to let her do it in the house or I was going to watch her run away. So I rather her be in the house than me searching for her every time I tried to discipline her. What? This coming from a black woman at the. I want y'all to understand something. You got all of this smoke and all of this attitude and all of this energy towards wrong fucking people. All of us need to be held accountable for our parts. Especially you, but you don't like that. You don't like that one bit. What about that was entertaining? What about you getting up there in front of your family, dry humping this man with your legs open? The way that you were positioned and you was twerking and all that shit. You wanted to go viral. You wanted to be noticed. You wanted controversy. You wanted people to clip it. You wanted fans to come to your page, you wanted folks to acknowledge you and give you kudos for getting to rub up against Chris Brown. Chris Brown is not a god. You are not a god. He is just another human being who makes money. I get tired of y'all, man, because y'all be really playing y'allself. Oh, he got money. You ain't got no money, nigga. You ain't got shit. Yep, you ain't got nothing. Oh, you just jealous because you ain't got this. What I got to be jealous for? Why would I be envious of that shit? Really? I'm jealous of Chris Brown. Chris Brown will fuck whoever he want. If he can fuck you and you my woman, you was never my woman anyway. Straight up. I'm gonna tell you, and I put this on the record and on the Bible. If I'm in a relationship or I'm seeing somebody and she gives off the impression that her eyes are choosing, I'm gonna charge it to the game, my nigga. I'm not crying over you. I'm not fighting over you. I'm not proving or confessing my love. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm at the point where I'm gonna have at least 2 or 3 people that I'm talking to. I'm not having sex with these people, but I ain't putting my ducks in one basket, my eggs in one basket. Excuse me. I don't trust none of y'all. All of you are fucking liars. None of you tell the truth. None of you. Real spill. The fuck? What you think this shit is? Nah. We not doing that, bro. I'm like, all right, cool. And well, at least I had my time. Let me go ahead and move on. I'll move on until I get to the stop where the person that is really for me makes it clear where her position is. My woman is not no fucking 304 out here looking to fuck every celebrity that they fantasize about. Sorry. You're gonna have some fucking boundaries here. I ain't with that whole shit. No flirting, none of that batting the eyes shit, none of that sneaky look back, touching all you, none of that. You don't like it, go about your business. If you want to do that, cool. I know where you stand, you gonna know where I stand. I ain't playing with none of these fucking women out here, man. Y'all don't like us, y'all don't fuck with us, y'all don't respect us. You only respect hierarchy. You only respect hierarchy. Obama, that can remember the nigga, man, nigga that went viral. He was a fucking murderer or some shit. They made this nigga famous and everything. Motherfuckers was all on his dick. And hey, it is what it is. Y'all niggas be falling in love with murderers and shit. No, I don't trust you. No, you're some of the most illogical, irrational, unreasonable people ever. There's only but a small subset of women today that got common sense, man. Only but a small few of you. The rest of them are fried. Fried, my nigga. You ready to crash out over people that don't even know your first or last name. You give your whole check. One chick sacrificed her daughter's birthday for a nigga that wasn't even her biological father. She said both of their birthdays are on the same day. I'm going to choose my boyfriend over my daughter's birthday. What? What? It's like that.
What?
2025 is getting out of control.
What?
Black women, you are some of the most intelligent, beautiful creations ever made, but you are fucking idiots. You're queens, but you're not. A lot of you aren't. A lot of you are out of shape. A lot of you are broke. A lot of you are gold diggers. A lot of you are liars. A lot of you are cheaters. But a lot of you are smart. A lot of you are strong. A lot of you care about your health. A lot of you walk under the covering of God. But a lot of you are fucking ugly in the spirit. A lot of you don't know up from down. A lot of you don't know a good guy if you've seen him walking by you. A lot of you don't know what the fuck you're supposed to be doing on this planet. And don't get it twisted. Men are just as fucked and fried too. We all got our shit. All of us. Nobody on this planet is perfect. I ain't here to judge. I'm telling you, look, from my perspective and from the perspective of a guy who works hard for everything he got, I don't want no fucking hoe. I don't want no woman who's going to have me wondering if she is hiding niggas' names under other aliases in her phone. I don't want to deal with that. I do not want to deal with side nigga syndrome. Simp syndrome. I'm not doing it. No. I don't care if I make 20,000 a year. I don't care if I make 100,000 a year. If I decide to respect and honor the covenant, which has been handcrafted by God himself, if I decide to choose you to spend my forever with, and I went through hell to obtain the success I have, you damn sure you're not about to play around with me. I ain't playing with you. It's that simple. You're taking it or you're leaving it. I'm not hurt. You don't. We can go our separate ways, whatever. I hope you find what you're looking for. Kayla, Nichole, Chris Brown is not your husband. And for the people who keep saying she probably don't want a husband, that's a fucking lie. Whenever y'all say y'all don't really want marriage and stuff like that, I know because you're jaded. The reason why you say you don't want marriage is because you're jaded. You're hurt. You let dickheads fuck your life up. You let the idea of what a guy is supposed to be fuck your perception of what a guy is supposed to be. And now you hate everybody. Your wiring is messed up. You don't know how to be a woman to anybody. You don't know how to be a wife to nobody. The only person you know how to take care of is you. And even with that, you don't even know how to take care of yourself. Because if you knew how to take care of yourself, you wouldn't be so prideful and so ego-driven. I get so tired, bro. Coming up underneath people's shit, arguing about this, arguing about that. Well, if you want to have a real conversation about stuff like this, let's have a real one. No yelling, no name calling, no avoiding the topic, no trying to change the subject and gaslighting. Let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Stop acting like black women are conducting themselves like they are supposed to. It's bullshit. Why do men have to do it? I see a number of women who do call y'all out for y'all shit. Y'all don't like that though. Y'all can't stand it. Oh, you hate it. You hate when you get called out for the things that you're hiding in the dark. But the point of putting the light on the dark is to expose it so that you can see it for what it really is, and hopefully you can escape it. But you seem to want to stay in it. You think everybody's attacking you. That wasn't tasteful. You know, if I saw my family member, sister or some shit doing that on stage, I would not be fond of that. Anna is in the building. What the fuck is going on? Hold up. Shout out. It's been a minute since I seen sister up here. It's good to see you. I'm just calling it for what it is, man. You want to be taken serious, dress like you want to be taken serious. Communicate like you want to be taken serious. React and respond like you want to be taken serious. You want a specific type of life, you're going to have to cultivate it. And based on history and what I'm noticing and what I'm seeing specifically, this ain't it. If I seen my cousin or somebody doing that shit on stage, do you know how uncomfortable that would be? I don't think there's a brother here or anywhere that look at that video and think to themselves, I want to marry her. Whether or not you say we out her tax bracket or not, I don't care about none of that. Nobody is looking at that shit and saying, yeah, that's it. That's the one. Why do y'all get so triggered? Why? This is a negative. This isn't a win. There's nothing, there's no prizes from this. Y'all in the comment section talking about the way that you're describing, the way that you're arguing and like advocating for how she conducted herself up there. You would think this was a victory for all women across the world or something. Oh, she got the dry hump and have sex with this man on stage. She's living my dream. That's a prize to you. That's a dream that you want to accomplish in life. That's your end all be all. That's your final boss moment. And then the guys that you dealing with, you calling them soft, they weak, they sassy because heaven forbid they want to see their women lusting and drooling over a fucking nut. This shit. Let's put this on the record. It don't matter if it's Drew Bledsoe, Michael B. Jordan, Kendrick Lamar, Channing Tatum. It doesn't matter if it was the fucking handyman that worked down the street in the backyard. Men who love their women, they do not want their women giving the impression that someone else has the access or the possibility of having access to them. That's just all across the board. There are no negotiations. You can't negotiate that with me. You might have a desire, or you might have like the thought of it. There's just certain limitations. There's like y'all really be thinking men don't have feelings or emotions, or like we're just desensitized to life or something. Like we just wake up, I am going to work, and I come home, and that like we're just robots. No. The same way you require of us, we require of you. What's hard about that? Why is that such a problem? That right there. And I rewind the tape. I said it. If you even give the impression that you're weighing your options out with me, you already know what's up. A guy who actually cares about you, he's definitely going to chastise you. A guy that actually cares about you, oh yeah, you're going to hear his mouth. He's going to be on your helmet. He's definitely going to be on your helmet. He holds you to a different standard than he holds to women who is pretty much they're lost. Take it for what it's worth. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to take nothing I'm saying for anything. Just know that if he don't care how late you come in at night, he don't care if you go on girls' trips, he don't care how you dress when you leave out, you ain't his main. I don't know why they do it. I don't know. Right now, in my honest opinion, people look at relationships like prison. Or transactional. Or as if there's no value to them. Everybody is out here with their own parlay. They want to fuck and sleep around. And salutes to you, SM. Appreciate you popping in. Women are just as carnal as men are. We need to stop with these biases. Can we stop with them? Because men and women both screw up. Men and women both cheat. We both give into our flesh on a daily basis. That is not for debate. The problem that I wanted to address here specifically is this thing with Chris Brown and Kayla Nichole, because clearly Black women and women in general You're acting like this is normal. That shit is not normal. Being half naked on stage in front of hundreds and thousands of people gyrating on another human being is not normal. There's nothing normal about that. It's not. You can't convince me that's normal. I do what I can. I do what I can. Salutes. I don't care how much time go by. I don't care how modern the world gets and how much AI is introduced to us. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, that will ever make me look at that and say to myself, she's a wholesome woman. Dressing half naked, leaving out the house alone is already a problem. There's a time and place for everything. Y'all just like, nah, that's not it. And you're getting upset when people meet you where you are. You leave out the house dressed like somebody that's not being taken serious. You're going to get treated like someone who is not to be taken serious. But you already know that. Stop it. Stop it. You're not going to, though. You want to be accepted for being succubus spirits. You want to be accepted for running out here. You really want to go out here and fucking suck whatever the hell you see fit. So you want the privileges. It's almost like you want to fuck without being judged for it, the way that men are judged for it. You're not gonna tell me that Shayla Nichole that I see all on social media acting all high and mighty and bougie and shit is not. Everywhere else, you bougie as fuck. You look down at niggas. You what? Who are you? Oh, you a peasant to me. I know you ain't the one doing that. I know damn well you ain't the one doing that, and you just was up here like you already knew. Assume the position. Assume it. She did that shit like it was like instinctive. Not you talking about, nah, we don't do 50-50. Right. I'm not responding to none of your messages. Every single one of you who are angry and trying to come to her defense, I'm not responding. I appreciate your view and your comment, though. I appreciate you for giving me that at that time space. I'm not responding to you because I already know you're one of them. You're one of them. Unreasonable. You refuse to see denialism. Shout out to Sydney. Denialism. That's exactly what it is. You see what you see, you hear what you hear. Nothing else matters or makes sense. It's what you know. That's it. That's the bottom line. I don't want to hear nothing else from nobody. You've already determined that your way is your way. If you're referring to the Face of Halloween joint, I haven't checked it yet. I haven't. Like, to be honest with you, I don't want to jinx myself. So I know if I dwell on it too much, it'll drive me insane. So I try not to put a lot of focus on it. I do need to check it though, because it's already what? It's 9. So the deadline already ended. So my fingers are crossed. I hope and pray. I hope and pray that I'm still in the running. Like, I'm really trying to bring that one back over here to this side. I am. And I do appreciate you and everybody who reached out and is making this possible, because I do have things that I would like to accomplish here that go beyond just social media. Like, that's an opportunity. Laurie Strode, I get meet Laurie Strode, hang out with Jason himself, Jason Voorhees himself. What? That is fire. I'm absolutely trying to make that happen. Etch my own name in history, separate myself from everybody else. I don't want to be like nobody else. And on top of that, there's people that believe in me, man. I remember everybody's name, everybody's face. So this ain't just about me. This is about them as well. This is way bigger than just winning the contest. But yeah, I'm gonna check on it. My fingers crossed. I don't know how much more of this is required, but I'm gonna give it my all until one way or another I find out that, like I said, we're gonna have a party. We're definitely going to. Lord willing. Lord willing. My final thoughts. Black lady, women in general. I don't want to just put this specifically on nobody, but I need you to understand something. Every guy who is having a conversation or a discussion in regards to you, it is not coming from a place of tyranny. It's not coming from a place of bitterness or barbarism. Every discussion is not about tearing you down. Granted, we have a lot of platforms that do it. This isn't about that. Just like I would need somebody to chastise me and tell me what I'm doing wrong, and it's to build muscles. It's to make you look at yourself different, to hold yourself higher, unravel your mind, put it back together so you aren't being lied to and manipulated. Who wants to be lied to? The government does it enough as it is. The country does it enough to us as it is. Aren't you tired of being controlled? The control that you're arguing and fighting against is not the control that you think you're arguing and fighting against. I ain't arguing and fighting with none of you. But guess who really is? Let that one sink in for a second. Shout outs. Shout outs. Oh shit, hold up. I didn't even read that part. Hold up.
Bang, bang,
Oh,
bang,
oh,
bang.
oh. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Forgive me for my foul language throughout this stream. I get overly like passionate about certain stuff. Like you got to know a person's story to understand it. I love y'all, black women, black queens, the ones that are actually queens. Like I said earlier, all of you aren't. You don't love yourself, and that's why I can't say you are. Because in order for you to truly love yourself, you would never put yourself in that type of position that she did. Call me the moral police all you want. That ain't it. Single or not, that ain't it. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I'm about to get up out of here. Tomorrow, we got a long day ahead of us. It looks like I'm still in the war. Shout out to the Face of Halloween crew. Shout out to everybody responsible for the position I'm in today. Shout out to Squish Arcana, Anna, SM, Sydney, Chef, Blue Flames, the poet, Jason Matthews. A shout out to everybody that's watching from wherever you're watching from. Shout out to the new subscribers. It's truly a humbling experience to have you here. I appreciate you guys, whether you agree with me or not. You took time out of your day to be here, and I respect that. And I wanted to make sure that I gave you an hour and a half of my best. So, with that being said, if you're not following, I encourage you and I invite you to. It's okay if you don't. I'm going back into the lab tomorrow. I'm constantly in the laboratory. I'm constantly uploading. I'm constantly doing something. I'm trying to put a show together on Saturday. You will see me, Lord willing, tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. Sydney will be back tomorrow evening. So if y'all want to keep up with the streams, the uploads, the content itself, you know what to do. You need to reach out to me. You know where I'm at. Thank you for giving me that heads up, because I did not want to look. I get nervous. Sydney, she hit me up at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and she was like, "Oh, you doing such and such play?" I'm like, "Huh? For real? Oh, I don't be looking at it. I don't be wanting to get nervous and stress out over it. I don't win shit like that. I've never won anything like that before, so I don't be wanting to get my hopes up. So I don't really. But shout outs. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, man. Ladies, stop getting offended. Everything ain't about you. If you're offended, then maybe there's some things that you need to reevaluate within yourself. That doesn't have anything to do with it. I see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Drive safe. Happy Friday if I don't get to say it to you.